Hello, friends, and welcome to this webinar on the topic importing invoice details from e-way systems to Form GSTR1. So this webinar is being brought to you by the Goods and Services Network, GSTN, in collaboration with the NEGD, National E-Government of Digital India. So this is Pankaj Arora, Senior Manager, Outreach and Capacity Building in Goods and Services Network. And I once again welcome you to this webinar. So to begin with, the agenda will be, first we will discuss about the new feature, about the how to import invoice details from e-way bill systems to form GSTR1 and prepare GSTR1 using such imported details. And we will also elaborate how to prepare GSTR1 using invoice details from e-way bill system. There are certain other features which have been introduced at GST portal recently. We will elaborate on these new features also. And at the end, I will also take the questions of the participants on the topic relevant to this webinar. So to begin with, as you all know that while preparing the e-way bill, on the e-way bill portal, the person fetch certain details about the taxable supply, outward type of supply. If the type of supply is outward supply, then the relevant details like the tax invoice number, date, the commodity details, HSN code, the tax rates, and the tax segment are to be declared while generating the e-way bill. So the feature has been introduced at GST portal, wherein you can import the invoice details of outward taxable supplies from the e-way bill portal into the GST portal while preparing your form GSTR1. So by using this feature, you can save your valuable time, because your time will be saved in capturing. You will not be required to duplicate your effort in capturing your invoice details once into the e-way bill portal, and then again while preparing form GSTR1. So to begin with, I must say that this feature is available for import in three tabs of form GSTR1, which are B2B, like business to business invoices, which relates to taxable outward supply transaction when the supplier is registered taxable entities and the receiver is also registered with GST systems. So both the persons, for the B2B transactions, both the person like the supplier and the recipient, both are registered with GST systems. And the other tab in which you can import the details is B2C large, that denotes the business to consumer invoices relatable to outward taxable supplies, in which from one state to another state, between a registered supplier and an unregistered buyer, where the invoice value is more than rupees 2.5 lakhs. And the third tab in which you can import such details is invoice wise HSN records you can import from e-way bill system, and the tab relating to HSN summary will be populated using such details. And you can also use the offline utility to which is available in the offline download utility tools available in the homepage of GSC systems. So to begin with, to use this facility, first you will have to log in to GST portal using your valid credentials, username and password. Then you can navigate to return dashboard, navigate to GSTR1 and select the tax period for which you are preparing the form GSTR1. And you can see on the screen that it is the screen of form GSTR1 tabs, wherein all the tabs are, you can see on this, and at the end you can see that there is one generate GSTR1 summary tab at the end of the page. When you click on it, all the tabs having summary values generates on the on your dashboard. So here you can see that first tile, you can see that it is relating to B2B invoices, wherein the details in tab 4A, 4B, 4C, 6B, and 6C are to be captured. And you can see that there is a button called import e-waybill data against the tab. And on the side of it, you can also see that there is another tab 5A, 5B that relates to B2C large invoices. You can see that there is similar button import e-waybill data, which has been introduced at GST portal against these tabs. So to, to so you can see this is the summary page of form GSTR1, wherein various tabs and tiles contain the summary value as on date are depicted. And on this summary tab, you can also see that against tab 12, which depicts the HSNY summary of outward supply, you can see that it against this tab, there is also a button to import e-waybill data. So at the end of it, you can see the generate GSTR1 summary. And on the top of the page, as you can see, there's a refresh button, which you can use to refresh and generate summary also. So here is one usual query is that is there any limit for importing number of invoices declared in e-waybill system into form GSTR1? No, there's no limit, but there are certain validations whom you should apprise of before using such facility. If the invoice count is less than 50, then against the tabs B2B, B2CL, and the invoice-wise SSN record, these will be listed in the respective tiles of GSTR1 summary page, and you can import such data online only in case if the invoice count is less than 50. And invoice-wise HSN record will also be available for viewing and downloading. To sum up, that if the invoice count in the e-waybill system is less than which you have imported is less than 50, in that case you can directly download it and import it online or into the respective tab of GSTR form GSTR1. But in case the invoice count at e-waybill portal of such outward taxable supplies is more than 50, but it is less than 500, then these records can be imported into and downloaded in CSV format. The CSV file format is there into their respective tiles. So in such case, if you are importing B2B, B2CL, and invoice-wise HSN summary, where the invoice count is more than 50, 500, then by clicking on generate download such import, then downloading such button, you will generate 3 CSV files which you can easily download and then upload in the offline utility tool. This download is immediate, it doesn't take time. But in case the invoice count is more than 500, then these data can be imported. It will be downloaded in a zipped Excel format from their respective tiles on GSTR1 summary page. And here, in such case where the invoice count is more than 500, it can take approximately 20 minutes to get the downloaded file in zipped Excel format. And after this file is downloaded, you can upload it using the offline utility tool. So to begin with, this is a style which relates to B2B invoices. B2B, as I already said, where the supplier and the recipient both are registered with e-waybill system, and the GST system, and while generating the e-waybill, the GSTI number of recipient has also been captured into the system. Now you can see that there is one import e-waybill data button at the end of this tab, and once you use this button, you can see that all the online upload of e-waybill invoices, in this case we are depicting that there are 2 e-waybill invoices. We are narrating the case where the invoice count is less than 50. In this case, you can see that 2 invoices are available from GST portal, and there is a button at the end. Download button is there. to use this, first you will have to check and select the e-wayable invoices, because it may happen that some taxable invoices, while preparing the GSTR1, you have already captured before using the import invoice details importing feature from the e-wayable. So in such case, if you know that you have already the details of such taxable supplies, there is no need to again select this invoice, because if you select this invoice details which is already captured in the system, it will overwrite the earlier details. So here you select the one invoice as you can see on your screen, and once you select, the import button is enabled on your system, and by using the import button you can, there is there is no check how many times you can import such invoices details into form GSTR1. You can use it multiple times, but in case the invoice already exists in form GSTR1 of current tax period, you will get an option to replace the existing document or not. Or if you proceed then in such case the imported details will be overwritten over the existing details. So once you check on and click on import, then you can see that information pop-up appears on your screen, and it will say that selected invoices will overwrite existing GSTR1 data with same invoice number. Do you want to proceed? If you click OK, then in such case, the success message comes up at your screen, and your request for importing or viewable invoices have been submitted successfully. Sometimes it may take few minutes to process, and processing status can be seen below after clicking the refresh button. Once you close this, you can see that offline that process status gets displayed in import history. At the end of the screen, you can see that there is an import history tab wherein the invoice you have selected has been downloaded and has been processed. Here you will have to check there is a reference number to such invoice, and the status is depicted as processed, and there is no error report as it depicts NA. In case there is an error report, you will have to download such error report and rectify such error before moving further for preparation of such invoice details. So here you can see that these type of errors can be corrected if you are using through online mode also, and if you are using offline, then all these invoices which are processed with error, you will have to generate the error report in JSON format, and you will have to view such errors file in the offline tool, and you will have to correct it. And for our viewers, I must reiterate for their reference that GSTR1 offline tool version 2.3.0 is available in download section at GST portal homepage, and also step-by-step manual for preparing the form GSTR1 is available in help section and at GST portal homepage. So you can refer to these documents while preparing the form GSTR1, especially when you are using offline utility to prepare the same. And here you can see that after importing such invoice details, earlier the count was 1 and the summary value was depicted based on the earlier captured invoice details in GST systems. Now, having imported such detail and processed such invoices, and we can see that now the number is 2 and it depicts the modified value, total value, and the total taxable value and the tax liability in such case. So once you click on this, you can see on the processed invoice, you can see there is hyperlink against both the invoices, and you can add certain details Here I must tell you that for all the invoices details which were not captured on e-waybill system, all those invoice details have to be captured in the respective tab, respective tile in the form GSTR1 before at the time of preparation and before clicking on file GSTR1. So here you can see that against the process invoice, you can see it against the invoice number 1. There's a hyperlink and which can be used to further edit or delete the details. Yeah, you can see that on the right hand corner there is one pen like icon which is for edit, and there is one dustbin shape icon which is for deleting the details. So once you click on the hyperlink, the necessary relevant details get populated, and this is being edited by using the edit icon, and you can edit the necessary details. I mean, if need be, you can delete such details. So we discussed here and before that if the invoice count is less than 50, that is up to 50. Now we will narrate if the invoice count is between 51 to 500. In such case, there is a different page will appear at your screen, and you can see that at the end of it, you can see there is a download button. And to start with, before downloading, here one thing I must tell you that this download will be in CSV format. CSV format, which will be in the same format as of GSTR1 offline format, which can be uploaded in offline tool to prepare GSTR1. So the other important thing is that the default value in invoice type and reverse charge will be set as regular, and means no. So if in case the supply type invoice type is not regular, or the reverse charge field is if reverse charge is there, in such case you will have to change such default value to the actual values. Like if the in the taxable value, if the outward supply, if there's tax liability on the reverse charge basis, in such case you will have to change N to Y while using such format, and you can change these default values as per the actual nature of transaction before uploading, saving in form GSTR1. So in this case, you click on download, and you can see at the end of the page that file gets downloaded in the B2B tabs under CSV format. And once you click on CSV format, it opens up, and here you can see that the place of that the reverse charge is being default setting is N. So in case the reverse charge is there, then you can change it to Y, and the invoice type is regular. If the such transaction is not regular, you can change it to some to the appropriate category before proceeding further. So here you can say one thing, very important thing, then please don't get carried away by this import facility only, because you will have to enter all details into the respective tabs, into the respective tiles of form GSTR1, whether you are irrespective of that, whether you are using GSTR filing GSTR1 online or preparing form GSTR1 using the offline utility, the offline utility, and uploading it after preparing it through offline utility. So you will have to duly enter all supply details which were not covered in e-waybill data system again the relevant tabs separately in form GSTR1 before filing. So this screen is relates to when the e-waybill invoices are more than 500. In such case, there is a difference is the page. The different type of page will be displayed at your dashboard, and at the end of it, it will have a button like generate file to download, one which you will have to use. Here, one thing, the same thing is there, that the default value in invoice type and reverse charge field for the invoices in download, Excel or download import is regular and respectively, no respectively. So you are advised to change these default values as per the actual nature of transaction before saving such invoice details in form GSTR1. So here you can see that once you click on generate file to download, it is downloaded in the zip folder, zip Excel folder, and it may take approximately 20 minutes for the generation of downloaded file. So a message will come on your screen and you can see once the file is downloaded, there will be a link of download link at the below the button of generate file to download. You can see here the download link, and once you click on this download link, your file in Excel zip folder appears at the end of the screen. Here you can see that this is the zip folder Excel format downloaded data file. So you will have to right click on the zip folder and click extract all. So here you can see that I have clicked right clicked on the zip folder and clicked extract all. And once I extract, the unzipped Excel file gets displayed and I click it to open it. Here you can see that such file in Excel format opens up. And here I must tell you that this format is same as the offline utility of form GSTR1. So format is same. There will be no difficulty in downloading such data to the offline utility and thereafter preparation of such details. So here we can see that we have we have imported the e-way invoice details from relating to B2B in all three cases where the invoice count is less than 50, and also where the invoice count is 50 to 500, and also in such case where the invoice count exceeds 500. So now we will see that how to import invoice details related to B2CL. So B2CL, I must reiterate that it is the outward textile supplies which is interstate, and that is affected from a registered supplier to a unregistered customer. So and for which the taxable value of invoice is more than 2.5 lakhs. So all these details will be captured into the B2CL, B2 business to customer last data tab. So here you can see that in the table 4A, 5A, 5B or B2C large invoices, there is a button import e-way data. And also as we have downloaded the B2B data, now you can see in the summary tile there are two invoices containing the summary values in the tab itself. So as we are importing the B2CL invoices, we will have to click on import e-way data button here. So once we click on such e-way details, like we have saw it earlier, that the invoices of B2 relating to B2CL transactions will be reflected on your screen, and here you will have to select the invoices and you may have to discard such invoices which are already captured in the system by you earlier than using the import facility. So import e-way details from using this facility. So you can directly download such details into the respective tab if the invoice count is less than 50 or up to 50. So now once you select these details and you click on download, and these details will be downloaded into the respective tab. Here in this screen, we will describe that if the e-way count is up more than 50 but less than 500. In such case, the download button, this page will appear before you, and the download button will be available for download at the end of the page, and it will download it in CSV format, and CSV format will be same as the GSTR1 offline format, which can be uploaded in offline tool to prepare such return. Here, one thing is one important feature is that the default value for sale from bonded warehouse fields for the invoice in downloaded Excel online or online import is set to no. So in case the sale is from bonded warehouse or the online import is there, direct import is there, in such case, these default value you should change as per the actual nature of transaction before saving in such details in form GSTR1. So once you click on the download button, you can see that the end of the page, there is file generated in CSV format. And once you click on the CSV format, the file opens up, and here you can see that the against the column sale from bonded warehouse, the default value is set to n. If the actual transaction is otherwise, you can change such default value before proceeding further. So this we have till now described how to download the invoice details from B2CL, where the invoice count is less than 500. If the invoice count is more than 500, this will be your screen. This will be on your dashboard. There will be a different button. It will be called generate file to download button. You can see at the end of the page, and here also such default setting is there, which you can check and see and like to modify if the actual nature of transaction is different in your case. Then so till now, and these file will also be downloaded in Excel utility, which you will have to upload in offline tool to prepare your return. So till now we have seen how to import B2B and B2CL data from the e-waybill system to from GSTR1. Now we will see how the HS summary can be downloaded from the e-waybill data. So you can see this is you click on back. You click on back and you come back to that original screen of summary screen, from GSTR1 summary screen. And here you can see that the end at the in the below portion of your screen, you can see that there is a tab 12 which depicts the HSN-wise summary of outward supply. Here you can see that import e-waybill data button is there. You will have to click on such e-waybill data, and you can see such e-waybill HSN details comes up at your screen, and you will have to, if these are more than one, you will have to select it to directly download it online in the respective tab. If the invoice count is less than 50, you will have to click on such download. Once you click on download, your files open up. You can proceed further. In this case, now I'm describing if the HSN-wise e-waybill invoices are count is from exceeds 50 and below it less than 500, then this type of page opens up at your screen, and you can see that download button is given to it will be downloaded in the CSV format, and which will be same as the GSTR1 offline format, which can be uploaded in offline tool to prepare such return. And once you click on such button, your CSV file, you can see that at the end of it, the CSV file generates. Once you click on it, the CSV file opens up. You will have to check for the accuracy and completeness of such record, and you can edit such record if need be before moving further. So this screen is for importing HSNY summary, when the such count is more than 500, you can see that at the end of the page, there is a one button, generate file to download. So this is a different button, and you can download all such e-way bill invoice data summary in Excel format, and it may take some time to get these downloads. So be patient, take very good, please read carefully. The message pops up on your screen against, and against all the tabs, a tool tip is given for your facility and for your reference. You can, and one thing I must tell you, that please check that if such invoice details are which you have downloaded are correct and complete. In case it is not correct or something, some clerical error, some error is there, you can modify it. You please modify it. And also you please add such invoice details against the respective tab which were not covered by the e-way bill provisions, and therefore no e-way bill was generated at that time by you. So you will have such invoice details which were not covered in e-way bill system and through the respective tab while you prepare the GSTR1, whether it is online or by preparation is offline using such offline utility tool. So, and also you will have to check for the default values. If the transaction type is different, please check for such default values. Please change these default values. So once you click on this button, the rest of the preparation and filing process in respect of form GSTR1 is unchanged and is same. Please make sure that you enter any supply details which was not covered into the e-way bill data against the relevant tab separately in form GSTR1 before you click on file GSTR1. And also you are requested to add more invoices and fill other details in relevant tab in the downloaded Excel file before you move further in offline tool to prepare such return. So in offline tool and otherwise, you will have to depict all such details, whether you import it from e-way bill system or it is not covered by the e-way bill system, but you have made such transactions. So to file correct GSTR1, please ensure that you capture complete and correct data in form GSTR1 against form GSTR1 while you prepare it. So you are also advised to generate a preview to view and check for the accuracy and completeness of data before clicking on file button. This will save your valuable time and this will save you your valuable energy because your effort will be for one time only. And also it means that while generating the e-way bill, you will have to make sure that the information captured in the e-way bill system is true and correct and matches with the actual supply details. And for the time being, you have been given the facility to edit such details. So I will take some frequently asked questions on this. One question is, I am filing my GSTR1 return on quarterly basis, whether I can import all e-way bill data for the full quarter. Yes, sir. In such case, if you are filing form GSTR1 on quarterly basis, then once you click on the GSTR1 tax period, all such invoice details during the particular quarter shall be available for download by you. The other question is, I have imported certain details and such some of the outward invoice details already exist in form GSTR1 as I already saved. Now what will happen? Will the system throw any warning message? Yes, in such case, if the imported details are also available, some of the imported details are also already captured in form GSTR1, then in such case, you will get a warning message asking you whether you want to overwrite the existing document or not. If you want to proceed, you can proceed. You can click on OK. And in such case, the imported details will override the existing details already captured by you in form GSTR1. And still you will have the facility to edit it. Another question is, can I import, download the e-waybill data after filing of my form GSTR1? Yes, you can download the e-waybill data from GSTR, but you cannot upload the same if you have filed form GSTR1. So if you have already filed form GSTR1 containing the supply details of relevant to that period, in such case, you can still download such, import such details from e-waybill portal for your reference, for your record, but you cannot file form GSTR1 for which you have already filed, for which period you have already filed form GSTR1. So another question is, in the previous tax period, I have already uploaded and submitted the e-waybill document in form GSTR1 and filed the return successfully. Now in the current tax period, can I import the same document which I have uploaded in the previous tax period? No, sir. If you have already uploaded in the previous tax period and you have filed form GSTR1, in such case, GST portal will not allow to import the same document again in the current tax period. And in case you try to do so, an error report will be generated in JSON format, which can be viewed and modified in the offline utility tool before filing such detail. And here was the user step-by-step user manual. I must tell you that such user manual with the frequently asked questions is available in the help menu at GST portal. Once you click on help, you can see that against file return, you have to click on filing form GSTR1 with the imported e-waybill data, and you can see the user manual and frequently asked question document, and you can download and refer it from the help menu at GST portal. And now I will discuss, before moving further, I must take some questions of the participants. Amish Shah has asked, on 8th Feb, we tried to import e-waybill details for January 19. Imported details were inaccurate and mixed up. Sir, this is what you have captured in the while generating the e-waybills relating to such taxable supplies. If it is inaccurate, you have the facility to edit it to the and ensure that the details you import, and then you work on to edit it so that the details are complete and correct before you prepare at the time of preparation of form GSTR1. So anonymous attendees, one anonymous attendee has asked, sir, what about the invoice value less than rupees 50,000 for which no e-waybill? So all such details will be captured, will have to be captured into the respective tab of form GSTR1 by the such taxpayer at the time of preparation and filing of form GSTR1. So Ulur Subramanya Rao has asked, if the invoice is more than 2,000 in month, how we get the details? Sir, as I have already mentioned, if the invoice count is more than 500, you can still download it and in such case, you can import such details in zip Excel folder, and all such details can be downloaded, as I have already explained in this presentation. She has also asked, can we get details in Excel format? Yes, if the invoice count is more than 500, you will get details in Excel format, which which is same as the offline utility document format. Vishal Hebale has asked whether the facility of importing e-waybill has gone live in GST portal. Yes, sir, it has gone live. You have to log into GST portal, return dashboard, select the form GSTR1 against a respective tax period, and you can see against the B2B, B2CL, and tab 12, which is HSN summary. There is a button for importing e-waybill details. So here were some of the questions asked by participants. If you have certain questions, this webinar recording will be available for subsequent views by the viewers at the YouTube channel of Goods and Services Network. You can ask your queries by commenting on the comment box. We will definitely answer your query, and if there is any issue, we will resolve such issue. We will try to resolve such issue. So here was some questions. Now I will take some other new features at GST portal. Certain new changes, new features have been introduced recently at GST portal. One is relating to the registration. Once you apply for new registration, earlier there was a tab in which you will have to provide the bank and the account details. Now this tab has been, now the bank details are not to be provided while you file the new registration application if your category is normal or OIDR or the non-resident taxable persons category. So you at the time of registration, you are not required to give bank details while filing a new registration application, but you can give these details later on, and for which you will have to file a non-core amendment of the registration application. So another feature is that for GST practitioners, the facility for changing certain details in the registration certificate by way of affecting non-core amendment has been enabled. So GST practitioners can apply for non-core amendments in their registrations. So another feature is that while making payment at GST portal, whether in pre-login or post-login, while you make payment, now for your reference, for your reference and ease of doing business, the preferred bank list has been provided under the drop down menu. From up to the 6 preferred bank will be shown to you while you make e-payment on GST portal, and the list of preferred bank will be automatically gets updated based on the bank you select while making the e-payment at GST portal. And every time you make payment from a different bank, it will be populated into the preferred bank list, and it will save your valuable time for fetching all such details. You will just have to select it. And you can delete any of the preferred bank at any point of time if you want to change your bank or such thing for making payment. So another thing is important thing that earlier for the taxpayers, if you are not falling under government department category, then there was a restriction for making payment under over the counter category, for that is making tax payment. Earlier there was limit of rupees 10,000 for making over the counter challan in a tax period. Now that limit has been removed. Now all taxpayers, irrespective of their category, can create over the counter challan of more than rupees 10,000 in a given tax period on GST portal, and can deposit GST exceeding rupees 10,000 cash in any bank using the OTC facility, over the counter challan facility. Another thing is the recent change has been introduced that those persons who were filing GSTR 1 on quarterly basis, now the restriction for filing refund application on quarterly basis has been removed. Now such persons who are filing GSTR 1 for on the quarterly basis can file their refund claim irrespective of the time. They can select monthly, they can select more than month, or they can select quarterly period as the case may be while filing for refund claim applications. But it is necessary that once you file the refund application, return GSTR 3B and GSTR 1 for that period must have been filed. So another feature is that earlier while filing appeal, once you generate the ARN or after filing appeal to first appeal to the tax department, the taxpayer was required to submit the copy appeal documents with the respective authority, and after being satisfied, those authorities, appeal authorities, issued the acknowledgements. Now the new feature, the requirement for submitting certified copies within 7 days from the date of application or within the time limit allowed, it still remains there. You will have to deposit the certified copies, and the appellate authority may, after examining such document, may either admit the appeal by issuing final acknowledgement or reject your application. But there is a change that in such case, the appellate authority fails to issue final acknowledgement to the appellant within stipulated time, then a system generated final acknowledgement will now be issued to the appellant with the remark subject to validations of certified copy. So there is provision for issuance of system generated final acknowledgement of your appeal if the appellate authority fails to issue final acknowledgement within the stipulated time, but that will be subject to the validation of certified copies. So another thing is for the ease of tax deductors, notified tax deductors under section 51, they were required to deduct 2% of TDS, 2% of TDS. Now there were certain inbuilt validations which was creating problem to these tax deductors while they were reporting any values under CGST, SGST, or IGST TDS columns. Now the system will enable those deductors to report any value under CGST, SGST, or IGST columns subject to the accuracy, correctness of the final TDS amount deducted and paid by them. And such change has also been implemented in the offline utility. Another thing is relating to the persons whose registration was cancelled. So these type of persons were having some difficulty while they were filing application for revocation of their cancelled registration. Now that difficulty, that issue has been resolved, and these type of taxpayers will be able to open the application of revocation of cancelled registration once their application is cancelled and the cancellation order is issued. They can view and open and check for the application of revocation of cancelled registration under user services under registration tab, and they can now access and file application of revocation of cancelled registration. Another new feature is that there was some difficulty faced by cancelled registrations whose registration was cancelled suo motu by the tax officials. Now when they were filing when they were filing the application for revocation of cancelled registration, there was some difficulty faced by them when they want to file the return for the remaining period. Now that difficulty, that issue has been resolved, and such person can file their returns for the remaining period and can file the application for revocation of registration if they want to. So here is all I have for this presentation. I hope this has been useful for you, and I must tell you that Tax Services Network has certain social media channels. We are on Facebook with in the name of GST Systems India. You can subscribe our Facebook page to get connected on recent updates, latest updates, and troubleshooting tips on relating to GST systems. And we are on Twitter in the name of Ask GS Tech. You can follow our Twitter handle and connect with us on latest troubleshooting tips and on the latest announcement of new functionalities and related features on GST portal. We are on YouTube also. YouTube in the name of Goods and Services Tax Network. Please subscribe to our channel. There is a bell type. There is subscribe button on our YouTube channel, and there is bell type icon. You can be posted our regular updates, all such recordings, all the we have completed till now 100 this is our 102nd webinar, and all the recordings of our previous webinars is available on our YouTube channel, that is YouTube channel of Goods and Services Network, as well as on the GST, on the Digital India Learning portal. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel and get connected, get tuned with us. So here is a big thank you for this for watching, for sparing your valuable time for watching this webinar. I must tell you that if you have any queries, you can go to our YouTube channel, select the webinar on the subject, and you can type your query in the comment section. So comment section, we will definitely answer to your query. And I must thank you. I must thank you all. You have spared your valuable time in watching this presentation. And I must acknowledge my heartfelt gratitude and thank you. Thanks to Mr. Prakash Kumar, CEO of GSTN, Mrs. Kajal Singh, EVP Services, for their invaluable motivation and support, Mr. Rajiv Agarwal for his inspiration and support in guiding me in all the matters relating in which we have brought these type of presentations to you. My training team officials, Mr. Veer Singh, Mr. Satishwaran, Neera Tamta, and Rekha Rawat, and my IT technical team, Mr. Munish Sharma, for facilitating all the support for bringing this presentation to you. And I must thank all of you, all viewers. Thank you for watching. And for NEGD, I must thank you, thank NEGD team, Mr. Shilu Rao, Ms. Bhumika Suri, and Mr. Vimal for their technical assistance and support. They have provided us this wonderful platform to reach out to you. Thank you. Stay connected. Take very good care of you. Jai Hind.
Excellent explanation.